Imagine waking up tomorrow to a world irrevocably changed. A world where coastlines have vanished and familiar cities are submerged beneath the waves. This isn't a scene from a dystopian movie. It's a glimpse into a potential future if all the glaciers on Earth were to melt overnight. Glaciers are more than just picturesque landscapes. They are vast reservoirs of fresh water, holding a significant portion of the world's total supply. Their frozen mass acts as a natural barrier, preventing this water from flowing into the oceans. If all glaciers were to melt instantaneously, the resulting surge of water would be catastrophic. Scientists estimate that this sudden melting would cause a global sea level rise of approximately 200 feet, 60 meters. Coastal regions around the world would be immediately inundated. The impact would be felt within hours as shorelines recede and water levels rise to unprecedented heights. The immediate consequences for coastal regions and populations would be devastating. Major cities, vital hubs of commerce and culture, would be submerged. New York City, London, Shanghai, and Mumbai, all major coastal metropolises, would face catastrophic flooding. Significant portions of these cities would become uninhabitable, displacing millions. Low-lying island nations, such as the Maldives and Tuvalu, would disappear entirely beneath the rising waves. Their populations would become climate refugees, seeking refuge in already strained nations. The world would face a global refugee crisis of unprecedented scale. Millions, perhaps billions, would be displaced, leading to widespread social unrest and resource scarcity. Competition for dwindling resources such as food and potable water would intensify. This could potentially lead to conflicts both within and between nations. The influx of fresh water into the oceans would not only raise sea levels but also disrupt global climate patterns. The delicate balance of ocean salinity and temperature would be thrown into chaos. Ocean currents, which play a crucial role in regulating global temperatures, would be disrupted. The Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, AMOC, a major current system, is particularly vulnerable. A disruption of the AMOC could lead to colder temperatures in Europe and North America. While the rest of the world experiences accelerated warming, these regions could face a sudden and unexpected cooling. Conversely, other areas of the world could experience extreme heat and drought. The altered climate patterns would exacerbate existing weather patterns, leading to more frequent and intense heat waves, droughts, and floods. Glaciers are vital sources of fresh water for many rivers and ecosystems. They act as natural reservoirs, slowly releasing water throughout the year, sustaining communities and ecosystems downstream. The sudden disappearance of glaciers would lead to severe water shortages in many regions. Rivers that rely on glacial meltwater would dry up, impacting agriculture, industry, and human consumption. Agriculture, which depends heavily on reliable water sources, would be severely affected. Crop yields would plummet, exacerbating existing food security issues and potentially leading to widespread famine. Industry, which also relies on water for various processes, would face significant disruptions. Manufacturing, energy production, and other vital sectors would be impacted, further straining the global economy. Human consumption would also be directly affected. Access to clean drinking water would become increasingly scarce, leading to health problems and social unrest. The exacerbation of existing food security issues and the increased scarcity of water resources could lead to further conflicts. Nations and communities might clash over access to these essential resources. The melting of glaciers would not only contribute to sea level rise and disrupt climate patterns, but also accelerate global warming itself. This is due to the release of greenhouse gases trapped within the ice and permafrost. Methane, a potent greenhouse gas, is trapped within the ice and permafrost. As these frozen reservoirs melt, methane is released into the atmosphere, further contributing to global warming. Carbon dioxide, another major greenhouse gas, is also trapped within the ice and permafrost. Its release would further amplify the greenhouse effect, accelerating the warming of the planet. This creates a positive feedback loop, where the melting of glaciers leads to further warming, which in turn leads to more melting. This cycle could spiral out of control, leading to runaway climate change. The loss of reflective ice surfaces would also contribute to accelerated warming. Ice reflects a significant portion of sunlight back into space, helping to regulate Earth's temperature. With less ice, the Earth's albedo or reflectivity would be reduced. This means that less sunlight would be reflected back into space and more would be absorbed by the planet, leading to further warming. The overnight melting of all glaciers would be a global catastrophe. The consequences would be profound and irreversible, impacting every aspect of human life and the environment. The social consequences would be devastating, with mass displacement, social unrest, and potential conflicts. The economic consequences would be equally severe, with disruptions to agriculture, industry, and global trade. The environmental consequences would be profound and irreversible, with altered climate patterns, disrupted ecosystems, and accelerated global warming. The planet would be fundamentally altered. The future of humanity would be irrevocably changed. The world we know would be gone, replaced by a new and uncertain reality. The scenario painted is a stark warning. While the overnight melting of all glaciers is unlikely, the continued melting of glaciers due to climate change poses a very real threat. We must act now to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the effects of climate change. The future of our planet and the survival of humanity depends on it. Take action now. Learn more about climate change and its impact on glaciers. Support organizations working to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and protect our planet. Advocate for policies that promote sustainable practices and a transition to renewable energy. Donate to research efforts focused on understanding and mitigating the effects of glacial melt. Every action, no matter how small, can make a difference. Let's work together to prevent this catastrophic scenario from becoming a reality.